Hello guys, today we will talk about speed set marking on controller label. On this specific controller, as you can see, we have 1.1 volts to 4.2 volts range. These voltage markings are throttle voltage input protection thresholds. With these markings, the manufacturer wants to say that this throttle input voltage range must start below than 1.1 volts and maximum voltage must be below than 4.2 volts. Now, let's start our system to see how this protection function works one by one, to understand why they exist in all electric vehicle systems. We will connect the multimeter to the output of the throttle to see the voltages and the response of the controller. The black terminal of the multimeter to the black wire, which is the ground, and the red terminal of the multimeter to the white wire, which is signal output of the throttle. The power supply is set at 54 volts and 3 amps current limit. As you can see, the throttle output is already at 0.8 volts at 0 position, which is in the safety range of 0 to 1.1 volts. Note that each throttle has its own output voltage at 0 position from the factory. As soon as I start pulling the throttle, we notice that from 0.8 volts to 1.1 volts there is no reaction from the motor. As soon as we exceed 1.1 volts of safety range, the motor starts spinning. As you can see, the maximum rotation speed of the motor stops at 3.1 volts, signal output from the throttle. And above 3.1 volts there is no change in rotation speed, which will be same until 4.2 volts signal output. Now, why does the factory have this feature? This feature is for protection reasons. For example, if we have one problematic throttle which gives us an output of 3 volts, which is approximately 80% of the speed output, and we start our vehicle, it will automatically start the motor to spinning. With this specific protection, if the throttle input voltage is higher than 1.1 volts, the controller does not work until the throttle voltage drops below than 1.1 volts and is pressed again. So this is the first protection range of the first numbers, 0 volt to 1.1 volts. Now let's go to the next protection range, which is from 4.2 volts up to 5 volts. As you can see, the maximum voltage of the throttle power supply is almost at 4.4 volts. The second protection range protects us from the short circuit between throttle signal and power wire. In case the throttle signal wire touches at 4.4 volts power of the controller, As you understand, our vehicle will run at maximum speed, which is very dangerous. That's why there is a second protection. As soon as controller throttle input is above than 4.2 volts, it automatically go into protection mode and give us an error code 8 on this SW900 display. So that's it for today guys, and see you in the next video.